Hi, welcome to the Kate Show. With me today is Jimmy Brown. How's it going, Jimmy?
Hi, Kate. How are you? Thanks for having me today. It's a blast being here.
Awesome. Glad you think so.
Yeah.
How many bands are you in?
I'm in, as of right now, I'm in two different bands, Fabtastic Four and reformation of my group Invasion, which does like the best of British rock and everything. I'm also in a couple duos with one guy, Timmy P, we call him, because no one can pronounce his last name. Okay, and he usually plays on the studio projects that Steve and I do. Steve Rifkin, who, if you guys know him, he's a wonderful, wonderful producer. Great, great guy. Anyway, Timmy P, great. So anyway, doing a duo thing with him called Good Dog Nigel, and also doing a duet thing with another guitar player. His name's Rob F. Sorry, Rob, I've only met you last week. I forgot your last name. And he used to be with a group called Appaloosa. If any of you Baltimore people out there might recognize that name.
That does sound
so there you go. So that's what's shaking right now.
Very
Between
cool.
that and the studio project with Steve, it's pretty busy time.
I guess so. Mm-hmm. And Neat Face Records, they've released some stuff that you worked on in the past. The album
They
that
have.
you did under the Lynnwood Brown name.
The Lynnwood Brown name,
Yeah.
that's correct. I
And-
got that from my grandfather. That was a little pseudonym that I used that I thought sounded, and a Brown with an E, going on
Yeah.
the Jackson Brown thing at the time.
Nice. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
anyway.
And then they also released a single recently by the Neat Face Trio, which I understand you were a part of, called Mr. Ray.
Mr. Ray's Boogie, again, you Baltimore people, if you don't know about it, Mr. Ray was famous for the Mr. Ray hair weave commercials and everything. So, we wrote a song one night after a bit of inspiration from things. I'm not going to talk about that. But anyway, yeah. So we did that. It was a thing. It's kind of a lift from Helen Wheels. Everybody lifts.
Nice, yeah.
Kind of like that.
That's really
We
cool.
knew exactly what we were doing.
Those
Good thing it didn't
commercials.
get, Okay.
Yeah, they're crazy.
Yes.
Yeah. So your collaboration with Steve, what's your favorite part of working with him?
Oh, so many things. We're on the same wavelength on so many areas. The same influences. We idolize the same musicians. Beatles. ELO. We try to incorporate that in our music. But what I love best about Steve is he's totally open to interpretation. I like this. Sometimes, we love each other like brothers, and sometimes brothers fight or bicker. I wouldn't say fight, bicker. Once in a while, so, there'd be like little things that I might not like or he might like, or vice versa, and sometimes we squabble a little bit about that. But, it's all good, and the end result has always been banging.
Oh,
Good.
yeah, you guys are making really beautiful music together.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. So you had an accident a couple years ago?
Oh, I thought that was today. Coming here was my accident. Took the wrong turn and ended up here. Anyway, accident, yeah. Let's see, that would be 2014. I'm sure people don't want to hear too much about it, but I'll elaborate a little bit. Mm-hmm. I did. It was definitely a life-altering experience. I was in shock trauma for a couple weeks. Took me, it was a car accident, by the way, two broken legs, hip work and everything. So now when I get old, I won't have to have a hip replacement. I got all new stuff. I'm good for life. So anyway, yeah, so that put me out of commission for about 6 or 7 months. Actually had the accident in May and was actually performing in a wheelchair in November.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, but I was really under the weather. Then I took a break until April, until I could actually, walk again. So it's still a bit of a work in progress, but, it's almost back. It's good.
Well, that's good. We're glad. It's a miracle that you're sitting here, and we're glad to have you with us.
I'm glad to be here, too, regardless of what I said before. Yeah,
yeah, you've definitely put out some...
It's a good thing.
Yeah, you put out some wonderful tunes since then.
Well, thank you.
That.
I hope everyone's been listening. And please buy, so I can keep doing this stuff.
Exactly.
I got a lot of good tunes coming too.
Keep them working.
Do
it, folks.
Yeah.
You can do it. So, we digged up a little something from the Neat Face archives.
Oh my goodness.
A little video clip here of you performing a song that would later be recorded by teen pop singer Luanna Lee. And the song's called Light of Love. Let's see a little bit of this.
When all I see is you, what does it take from me to get my message through? Let the light of love shine down on everything it sees. From now until I meet you in my dreams.
Oh my.
How was that?
So, did you realize when you wrote that song that it could also make sense coming from the perspective of a teenage girl?
No, not at the time at all. You know, it was just the kind of, typical love song, that I thought might roll with it, and everyone said, it sounds a little bit like this, or that. And intentionally too, like I said, we had the influences and everything before. But, yeah, boy, that's a blast from the past. And that's one I might dig up again. Speaking of digging up,
Yeah.
there's another one that is in the works now, actually. It's a song, used to be called Find Your Own Place. Or
Pace.
Pace.
Yeah, right.
Pace, right. But
Yeah.
she knows more than I do.
It's just
You don't need me. Just you tell them. Yeah. So anyway, now it's called Find Your Own Space. It is rearranged a little bit, and I'm really, really looking forward to people hearing it and getting some feedback on it.
Yeah,
that should be out. Who knows? Could be tomorrow. Could be next year sometime.
Yeah,
I don't know. Right now, I'm shooting for a month.
That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that was originally a Lee Dahl tune.
Well, Lee wrote the lyrics, and I wrote the music. I'm thinking. I'm not even going to say the year because I'm. No, I almost went there.
Anyway.
Nope, not doing it. You guys will have to do your own research on it. So anyway, we came back to it. I revamped it a little bit. I gave it a little bit, up-tempo thing, some changes here and there.
Nice.
And I think it will surprise a lot of people anyway.
Well, we're really looking forward to hearing it.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. Well, that's all the time we have for this week. Tune in, turn on, Tuesdays. It's The Kate Show. Like and subscribe, please. And we'll see you next time. Bye.